Hi, One Stars and fellow YouTubians. Thanks for joining me. Tonight I have Kris with me. As you might remember, she's a returning guest, so thank you.
Welcome.
And for those of you that missed the last segment, oh, see, look, I started way too early this time. It's going to be cut off. I never know when to start.
As long as you know when to stop.
So anyhow, as I was saying, when it was cut off, this is Kris.
Hello.
She's been here before. Some of you may have seen her. Some of you may not have. So tell us a little bit about yourself, Kris, for those that don't know.
Well, some of you might know me as one of the owners from Clarity, which is a tea and psychic gift shop on Gateway Boulevard. I came to Edmonton in 2015 and was actually a co-owner of a high-rise window cleaning company, which is a far stretch from what I do now. But through, experience and life, you change direction, and I was guided towards doing this, and now I'm being guided to make wonderful friends like Cynthia here and just evolve like the rest of us.
So what do you do?
What do I do?
Mm-hmm.
Well, like I said, as little as possible. No, just kidding.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, when we started the tea shop, it was to basically help people. So I was helping Callie, who owned Callie's Teas on 82nd Ave, and her business was going under, and she needed some assistance. So we thought, oh, well, we'll do readings in the tea shop. But it didn't work out because the landowners didn't approve of our proposal. Mm-hmm. So then it became a bigger project in which now I have to find a property and lease it and then put it all together. And what's happened is it's just manifested itself. The universe has just had our back. Mm-hmm. From finding the place, we moved into where our sanctuary used to be. And we all know sanctuary was like very dark and closed. And now our shop is open and light. And it's quite a different atmosphere. And then we have readers, and it's all about healings as well. We have all kinds of healings there. It's welcome to anyone to go through their evolution and feel safe, right? Because you know how when you start talking about these kinds of things, people kind of go, I don't know.
But it's a safe space for people to come and release and be who they are.
Yeah. And be comfortable, right? And feel like they're at home.
And not be judged.
Nope. Nope. And we have all kinds of people that come and do workshops there, ranging anything from, how to purify your home to Reiki, learning how to do Reiki to, nights with spirit, having gatherings and talking to spirit, all kinds of things. So, and sound baths. Mm-hmm. Healing baths. We have Chris Elashchuk and Kevin Gadet who run these wonderful events. Very healing.
Mm-hmm. That's lovely. And you also have jewelry there.
I have all kinds of jewelry. I even have your jewelry there.
Yes, you do.
So most of the stuff that I carry, I try to support local people. Mm-hmm. So we have your product, the wandwear pendulums, and we have bracelets. And we have people like Gary with
his oils.
Phoenix Apothecary, who carries essential oils, and they're all ethically sourced. Mm-hmm. So they're gotten from monks, and they tend to be a little bit more expensive, but you get what you pay for, and they're very concentrated.
They're phenomenal.
Yeah.
So the spray and the cream that we have for Brian is unreal.
Yeah, it's healed a lot of people.
I highly recommend it.
Yeah, and then Chris, again, who does the sound baths, mm-hmm. we carry his mushroom tinctures. Mm-hmm. So everything from antibacterial to antifungal to helping reduce your blood sugars. Mm. You just come in and you can read the card, and it tells you what they have or what properties they have or healing properties. We have local artists, so every month we have a different artist featured. And they change. There is a local medicine man, a Heoka medicine man, and we support him by selling the sage and different smudges and things, and all the proceeds from that go to the ghost dance grounds that they have out by Enoch.
Okay.
So I'm all about building community and all working together. We don't need to be in competition, even though we do all the same things. Like, we're here to support each other.
Well, and one thing that I often say is we all do the same thing, but that doesn't mean someone resonates with you.
Mm-hmm.
So if someone doesn't resonate with me, I am more than happy to recommend or suggest you.
Mm-hmm.
And if they don't resonate with you, you've got someone else in the chain.
Exactly.
You know, the list goes on and on and on.
Yeah.
Instead of working against each other, bond together.
Yeah, but because we each have different experiences,
Mm-hmm.
right? And that's what shapes who and what we are,
Mm-hmm.
and we're all not ready to hear certain things. So, you know, at any point in time, you might need a certain healer or a certain reader, but then you evolve and you change and you move on from what they have to offer, right?
Well, and 9 times out of 10, someone that's drawn to you, if for a reading, when you're reading for them, you get something out of that you needed to hear anyway.
Well, what we speak to, right, is what we know. So if you are a reader or someone who has been through codependency, for example, that tends to be the clientele that comes to you because you are now an expert. You've lived through it. You know what you did to get out, and that may inspire them or help them to recover. Right?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. And they're drawn to that energy.
Mm-hmm.
They can sense that. Just like I know a lot of times when I've done readings and there's more than one reader there, I can tell when the person walks through the door if they're coming to me or not before I even make eye contact with them.
There's a signature, right?
Yeah.
You kind of learn, and I think that for me, in what I do when I'm hosting at Clarity, is I can pretty much tell when I have a conversation with somebody who it is they kind of need to see or what it is they need. Because sometimes they'll come in and they'll be looking for a reading, and that is not at all what they need. They can be at such a high level of anxiety that they need the pyramid, you know, to help ground them and bring them back down, right? Or an energy healing like Reiki or reconnective healing or something like that. Or it could be that they even need art therapy. So we have a lady that does art therapy in the basement as well, Lori, and she's phenomenal. Like, she gets extraordinary results with people.
You mentioned the pyramid. What is that?
So the pyramid is a piece of technology, and it is in a room, and it is used to heal either physical, mental, spiritual ailments, even to deepen your meditation. So we set it at certain frequencies in order to assist with that. So everything in the universe has a frequency. And in order for it to be dispelled from your body, you have to match that frequency. So we match that frequency on the pyramid. It creates a torus field in the middle, right? And that runs through your body and breaks up whatever it is that you've stored there. So if you've stored some emotion and you've got that naughty blocked off or whatever, and then you've got a pain in your chest, it'll break it up. Interesting experience. I'll share this with you. And I'm not going to say your name, but so I had somebody go in the pyramid, and they had a lot of pain in their leg and in their hip. And they're very gifted with sight. And they could actually see their leg coming off their body, getting fixed and getting put back on because they are gifted, right? So she left feeling like her leg was so much better, but she could actually see what was going on. She could read the energy and see the energy that was taking place within the pyramid. Not everybody can, but she could.
That's amazing. And we were going to go live from the pyramid today, but life happens and we couldn't, but we will one day.
And actually, you've been working on me in the pyramid. So this is new territory. So the pyramid pairs very, very well with all kinds of healing modalities. We've done, everything from sound therapies. So like Kris and Kevin, who I mentioned earlier, do private sessions in the pyramid as well. And it just amplifies whatever that healing modality is. So you do your DNA activations, then it amplifies that energy and allows the healing to take place quicker. Or you don't have to work as hard as a healer to assist in the healing, right?
It definitely, it's intense. So I can only speak for what I feel when I'm in there with you, but it's definitely intense. It's a lot different doing that than doing it while I'm sleeping.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
because you're very present,
Yeah.
and like everybody that goes in there has a different experience. So,
mhm.
for example, some people will feel hot or a warmth, or some people will feel like pinpricks, like all
Yeah.
this energy all over their head, or they'll feel their head pulsing or their
Mhm.
chest pulsing. It can feel like a weight as well. And we like had runny noses,
Yeah.
things like that. So it's entirely dependent on the situation and the day and what's wrong, right?
Oh, thanks, Lori. Yeah, it is very cool. It's at 8118 Gateway Boulevard, right?
Yes, that's
Yeah.
our address. And we have parking in the back. You don't have to try and find parking and drive
Yeah.
around.
It's an
all over.
awesome little place.
Mhm.
I highly recommend it.
Mhm.
Yeah, and like you were saying, all of these different feelings, everything that you've mentioned, I've felt while
Mhm.
being in there,
Yeah.
while working on you or working with you.
Mhm.
So,
You leave after you're done a session too. You leave feeling totally different. And some people will go, "Well, I didn't, really feel anything, or I didn't get anything out of it." And then I had another lady who said that, and then she came back the next day and she's like, "Oh my God, I want to go in again because I haven't had lucid dreaming and since I was a kid, and now I'm lucid dreaming again." And it was the
mhm.
pyramid that unblocked it for me. And so,
Yeah.
we have these kinds of things going on. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's incredible. I'm coming to try it one day.
Yeah. Not to mention we have good tea and good food, and a lot of people make it feel safe for people there, right?
Well, and the environment, right? It's warm, it's friendly, it's inviting, it's a really refreshing energy.
Mm-hmm.
Especially right now, it's a needed energy. Like it's
With all the stuff that's going on
Yeah.
out there, the negativity,
Mhm.
and yeah, you find a lot of people that come in they're in so much fear and so anxious, and they don't know what's wrong with them. Like they have no clue. They've
Yeah.
had no exposure to the things that you and I have been dealing with for
Yeah.
years, right? So they come in and they're like, "I think I'm going crazy. Like I'm seeing angels, or I'm
You're
talking
just
to-"
waking up.
Yeah. Or you're okay. You're normal.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. It's pretty cool, though.
it is. It is. And with people waking up, I've said it since I don't know how long. Time means nothing to me. It could have been this morning, it could have been yesterday, it could have been 10 years ago, a lifetime ago. I
Yeah.
have no clue. But I know I've said it numerous times that in order for the great awakening or whatever that's going on right now to
Mhm.
happen, we had to go through what we've gone through. People had to lose faith pretty much in humanity
Well,
and turn within.
and I think it's like when you say things fall apart, it's like this system that you've been brought up in
Mm-hmm.
and you thought was safe and it was for your good, and then you watch it fall apart in front of your eyes, and then it's like, oh, well, there has to be something else then. And then that puts people on the path of starting to seek.
Yeah,
So-
and I mean, we fall apart so we can fall together.
Put ourselves back together
Yeah.
the way we were meant to be. We have to unlearn in order to
It's
figure it out.
not difficult for me, but it's difficult for a lot of people
Mm-hmm.
to look at the life they've lived and accept the fact that it may not have been the truth.
Mm-hmm.
However, I've felt that way, I think, since I was born. So,
Mhm. Well, and then to all of us say, oh, well, I've always felt like I didn't belong here, or there
yeah,
was something wrong with me, or, it just felt different. Like
nobody
a black
gets
sheep.
me.
Yeah, nobody
I'm
understands.
all alone.
Yeah.
And how many people that were the black sheep or felt different or were all alone
Mhm.
are finally coming together and finding their tribe. And how exciting when you meet someone that experiences something even remotely similar to what you're experiencing. It's like, oh my God, where have you been?
Exactly.
And then you meet more and more and more. And it's,
Mhm.
I mean, just saying it gives me tingles because
Yeah.
I'm speaking from experience and, not going to high school and growing up and being afraid to say something because you don't want to be judged or you don't want people
Gotta
to
fit in.
Yeah, so
Mhm.
you're all alone
Mhm.
and you write about it, but then you have to burn it because what if somebody reads it? And
Got it.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then to finally be surrounded by people that accept you and that are excited by you is amazing.
I think that for me is like one of the most wonderful things that I witness in the tea shop is people will come to an event or even like just come in for tea and they're like, wow, I mean, you can see that too, or
Yeah.
you feel that too. Like, I'm not crazy. Like,
Mhm.
there are other people on the planet that, actually go through these things.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like so rewarding to see the relief on their face. Right?
Oh, look at all the messages we're missing.
Oh.
Well said. I'm not sure what was well said, Gary, but thank you. Holy crap, that's me too. Yeah, no kidding. We come to see we're not crazy, but more alive than many. Absolutely. Because we are.
Mm-hmm.
And it's awesome that we went through what we went through when we did, so that now when other people wake up or when children need someone to turn to, we're here to say, you're not different, you're not crazy, there's nothing wrong with you. Embrace, embrace, embrace.
But don't you think that's why we're waking up?
Yes.
It's for the children. Like,
yes.
The children are the future. And there's a reason why the Aboriginals say 7 generations after and 7 generations before that you need to take care of, right?
Well, and it's so true, like the whole ancestry and healing and stuff, because I've had to heal a lot of crap.
Join the club.
And I see it in my own kids when I heal something. And let's say I worked last night doing DNA and healing stuff in my own life. And then today I'll get a phone call from one of my kids and their whole perspective on something has changed. And I'm like, there we go.
Thank you, Lord.
Yep. Yeah. It's like the universe has worked again. Thank you. And it's just amazing once you believe and take the stresses off your shoulder and give them to the universe. The universe always has your back. The universe has never dropped me.
Yeah.
Ever.
I think, too, it's like people have to, like, believe in the magic and believe that these things are really happening, right? And you have to, like, be open to receiving the messages because it doesn't always look to someone like they think that somebody's going to stand in front of them and there's going to be this burning bush and, the bush is going to speak to them or something. And again, maybe it is that way for some people, but it's the way nature speaks to you and shows you these things. So I was doing a nature walk the other day and like looking up at a tree and like there's no way that this leaf should be suspended. It's not attached to anything. Yeah. None of the other leaves are blowing, but this leaf is like dancing and swinging. And I'm like, that's a miracle. How does that happen?
Yeah.
Like there's no logical reason for it to happen, but it was happening and I was witnessing it.
Well, and how often do we say to the universe, just give me a sign? And then something happens and you're like, well, was that a sign? Give me a sign to prove that was a sign. And then, you see a synchronicity or something and you're like, okay, that was coincidence. Now I need a real sign.
Yeah.
Like,
you have to learn to embrace and accept what the universe is providing to you, right?
And for me, when I catch myself asking the universe for a sign, that is when I realize that I'm not trusting in my own abilities and in my own skills. So I sit back and I feel into it and I'm like, okay, so why am I second guessing myself right now? Why am I asking the universe to give me a sign? I don't need that. I need to sit with this and trust myself.
So, but you'll feel it or you'll see it or you'll think it, whatever that may be, right?
Gary, and you're not alone because when we see the essence of truth, number one, a child, we come to see the child within that illuminates the path within. Yeah, no, absolutely. And I mean, I see some children and we connect in that essence, whether we're passing each other on the street, in a restaurant, and like I see that power all around them. It's like, I know you.
Yeah. Also, it's amazing to see the kids and recognize that they already know who and what it is that they are.
Yes.
Whereas when we grew up,
we were told
that we were something else and that we had to fit in. And now we're saying, no, we're finding our own truth. But some of these kids coming in now, they know exactly who they are and they're standing up and telling people, right?
But for them to be able to do that, we had to go through what we went through.
Exactly.
Because
there had to be space for them, a container, right? And we have to keep working on that.
And we had to be able to tell our story. So we had to be told no so that we can tell these children yes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how many friends or parents I've said to them, like when they say, for example, this one little boy, his mom would go into the fridge at night and leave a stuffed animal in there because the lady in the light wanted a stuffed animal, and she would tell him which one, and she would tell him things, and he would tell his mom, and his mom was telling him, "You're crazy, there's no lady in the light."
Exactly.
And I said to her, I was like, please don't tell him that. Let him put his stuffed animals in the fridge. Let him talk to the light. Like, I have notes. I can't remember right now. This lady had a name. He knew what she looked like. She used to talk to him. She used to tell him who he could speak to about her, who he couldn't.
Exactly.
When I was talking to him, he said, "She told me you were coming."
Mm-hmm.
And I was just amazed at what this child was telling me. And then his mom is saying, "He's crazy. I want to get him on medication." I was like, please just let him be who he is. Like,
exactly.
Please just allow him. Don't make him turn these gifts off.
Exactly.
Let him express and share.
Exactly. And it's just like, I've had people who went on nature walk with their child, and they're like 2, and they're like, "Oh, I died here. This is, there was cowboys and there was Indians, and I got shot, and I died here." And then, he remembered by seeing the area, just by going through a walk through it. So
absolutely, yeah. My sister knows where she died in a past life, and her son knows where he died in a past life, and it's incredible. And I know places I've lived in past lives, but I mean, it's just unbelievable to listen to some of the stories that children come out with and tell us. And
truth. It's their
truth. And Callista, when she was younger, not so much now, a little bit now, but when she was younger, like 4 years old, 3 years old, I would make dinner, and let's say I would make steak, and she would take a bite of that and she would say, "I can't eat this, Mommy. This cow was not happy when he died, and I can taste his fear. I can't eat it." And then other times she would eat and she would say, "Oh, this cow was so happy. He tastes so good." And we would go grocery shopping, and I would go to buy chicken or beef or pork, and she would look at it just at the package and say, "No, Mommy, this one is better."
Yeah.
She could feel the energy off the packages of meat. So for the longest time, she was my little buddy. Like, it would be like, "Okay, come on, we're going shopping. What are we buying today?"
Oh, that's so cool.
It is, but so many people looked at me and they were like, "Why are you raising your kids like that? Why are you allowing them to be weirdos?" And I was like, "I'm not. I'm allowing them to be who they are."
Yeah, and that's what it takes, people to stand up like you and say, these children are being who they are.
Oh, I was, because this was 20 years ago and this still wasn't
mainstream.
It was still taboo. So a lot of people, said I wasn't parenting properly, and I wasn't doing this and I wasn't doing that. And I was like, "I'll do me, you do you."
Yeah. You lose the people that you're meant to lose through all of this, right?
Yes.
Exactly.
And I'm grateful for it now because I do have weirdos for kids and we get along great.
And I bet you have weirdos for friends too.
I do, and it's so nice.
Well, I mean, I think that's the thing, right? We're all trying to find our truth, our essence of what we're here to do, and who we're meant to be, because each of us has an energy that is meant to be brought forth in the world. And if you can't figure out who and what that is, you're tormented, right?
So we need to stop trying to figure it out and just allow it to happen.
And not say, "Oh, I think I'm going crazy," or, "Oh, why am I feeling this?"
And when you're presented with something, don't say, "I can't do that." The universe does not present you with anything that you cannot do. So I've learned the hard way.
Yeah.
And if you keep saying no, 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 the knock gets louder and louder and louder until it knocks you on your ass, and you have to answer that door.
It just keeps being, but it just keeps being brought around
in different scenarios, right?
Exactly.
Like the same relationship,
just different face.
Yeah.
Same relationship.
Same scenario, same until you finally say, fine.
Yep. Okay, I'll pull up my socks. I'll finally step into who I'm meant to be.
And you'll keep living that same life. You'll keep coming back and reliving until you finally take away from it what you're supposed to.
Yeah.
So I think this is my last time here.
Mm-hmm. I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
I wish I could say the same. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to die conscious. And you're going to help me die conscious because I'm not doing this over again. I want to start where I left off. I don't want to have to go back and learn everything.
Like I can see in Telekey, my future me, and we have conversations all the time, and it's like, see you soon. Like you're done.
Mm-hmm.
So,
well, everybody is connected. And we're all going to end up in the same place one day.
Well,
right?
I mean, we all signed the script together and agreed to play this role.
Exactly. So, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Exciting.
I know. And when I think shit gets too real, I'm like, you're just on TV, the TV of life. You signed up for this role. Just play it.
Yeah. Well, because it is. It's like it is like a movie, right?
It is.
Before we used to wear masks, and now we're taking off the masks. And this is who I am, and I'm gonna proudly walk around and be who I am.
And I mean, we signed the script. We took our role. We high-fived, and we said, "See you down there." Mm-hmm. Don't take anything personally.
Yeah.
Like
it's like people are like, why would I choose to incarnate when all of this stuff is going on? Well,
how exciting! If it's a movie, it's like woohoo! I got that role.
But if you didn't have the skills to handle it, you wouldn't have incarnated at this time, right? You would have said, "Oh, I'm going to take a pass. I'll wait for next time."
And I mean, the reality of it is, there is time on earth, and that's what the majority of us understand. Mm-hmm. So 50, 60, 70, 100 years in the lifespan of our soul is nothing. Nothing. While we're here, this is a little blurb. Mm-hmm. It's nothing. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying we're nothing.
No.
I'm just saying in the grand scale of things.
Yeah, our time is very
This
small.
meat sack that we're in is... temporary.
Exactly. So, you got it.
Yeah.
So make the most of it while you're here.
What if I look like one of those bugs?
I can't imagine. You are black, though. You're wearing black. So
I have to start remembering that. This is just my meat skin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But, I mean, all of us are like this beautiful light.
Yeah.
Right? And that's what we have to remember is not this. It's like what's here.
Yeah.
And this is what people see. It's like, how you look at people and people are judgmental. Oh, why is he with her? Like, she's so pretty and he's not. Or
vice versa.
It's because what they see is they see
what
each
they
other's
feel.
soul. They're not this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they could be bugs.
Oh, who knows? Could be bugs. Could be aliens. Who knows?
But that's a story for another tea.
Yeah.
So on that note, today's tea, as always, came from Melissa from Hayward Eclectic, and I'm drinking green mint because it's so yummy, and I love it. So in green mint is stuff.
I hope there's tea in it.
Jasmine green tea, lime, and mint. Mm-hmm. So I will put Melissa's information up there for anyone that wants tea. And for those of you that didn't know, I did this myself. I had contributors contribute articles and other information, but I put that together for the first time all by myself.
Good job.
Thank you. I think so. Mm-hmm. I was really impressed with it. So our up-and-coming events at Clarity, we have the Sacred Soundscapes with Kevin Gaudette, a.k.a. the Gone Father, Friday, September 11th. That's 3 days from now.
This Friday.
From 7 to 9:30, and then again Saturday, October 9th from 7 to 9:30 at Clarity. 8 to 9:30. And not 7 a.m. to 9:30 p.m.
Yeah.
So 8 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. There's a mistake in the paper I put together by myself.
There's the universe going, oh, don't be too full of yourself.
Yeah. You think you did good? Boom. And markets coming up, Alberta Avenue Community League, outdoor market season. So Thursdays from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. And that's at the Alberta Avenue Community League. And I will not be there next Thursday or the Thursday after, because there isn't one this coming Thursday. So 2 days from now, there isn't one. And then the Thursday after is my birthday. So
happy birthday.
Thank you. And then north of Ordinary Events, Old Strathcona Artisan Market at 8426 Gateway Boulevard, September 12th, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. I will be there, so stop by for some beautiful jewelry. And then
or at Clarity.
Yes, and yes, please. And the Vendor Connections second annual Schools Back Act Normal Market, Friday, September 26th. No, Saturday, September 26th, from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Sunday, September 27th, from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Norwood Legion. That was a mouthful. And then, as always, Wake Up with the Wand every second Monday. So this Monday at 7:15, I'll be doing Wake Up with the Wand. Join me with your favorite beverage, and we'll go over the upcoming wand. Tea with the Universe on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. We no longer have Quiet Thoughts at 7 p.m. anymore. And then we have live energy readings with myself on the first and third Thursday of each month at 11 a.m. So for my birthday, I will be doing live readings, so tune in for that. There'll be special birthday readings.
Good energy around that, hey? Gonna burst some good ideas.
Yeah, and I'm always looking for guests on Tea with the Universe. So if you would like to be my guest, I would love to have you. You can reach out and get a hold of me at teawiththeuniverse@gmail.com. So please do, please. I always invite people, and I rarely get bites. I always have to reach out to people. So I invite everyone. Everyone has a gift, a talent, something to share. I invite you to please join me.
I can give you a list.
Oh, please do. Okay. Because I have to start booking. I think I've got one more in September, 2 in October, and then I've got November and December to fill up. So, and in closing, do you have anything you want to tell everyone?
Well, I think first of all that I need to give a shout out of gratitude to Cynthia for all of the work and accomplishments that she's doing, and it's like great work, and it takes a lot of courage and a lot of persistence to pursue things like this in a world that isn't so accepting of who and what we are. So I congratulate you on that, and I thank you for the opportunity to sit here and talk with your audience.
Well, thank you. And on that note, I have Melissa from Hayward Eclectic and I have teamed up, and we have teacups coming out. We'll have them in about 2 weeks. They're Halloween teacups, and they are freaking awesome. So they're going to go on sale. We have 13, lucky number 13.
For Halloween.
Yes.
Perfect.
And then we'll have Christmas ones coming out as well. And then after that, in the new year, we will have elemental ones coming out. So keep your eyes peeled for that. But I will, once I get the Halloween ones, I'll do a little video and show everyone, because like I said, they're a limited edition. Only 13 of them, so I think they're going to go quickly. I think that's everything. That's a wrap. Thank you, everyone, for joining me. I know you could be anywhere and you chose to be here, and I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And I will see you Monday morning, and then again Tuesday night. Okay, take care. Namaste. Thanks, everyone.
See ya.